What up, y'all? It's your boy Scoob, and welcome to another episode of Item Crash Diecast. Now, before we get started, I would like to please ask y'all that if you enjoy the content, please subscribe, add a like to my videos, even comment if you wish, if you really want to say something. But anyway, in the meantime, try and take a look at my other videos as well. It just helps the channel grow. But anyway, let's get cracking. Without further ado, so I'm gonna just move these out of the way and then talk about these two first. My McLaren Senna. Now, normally, I'm usually not really a fan of this car, just because it just got a little bit too much going on for me, body wise. But I do kind of like it still. I have to admit, just because it's a McLaren, just because I collect, supercars, hypercars, that's kind of my thing. If you're not familiar with, this channel, my collecting habits, and on top of that, it honors the late great Ayrton Senna, which is what this car was named at. Who this car was named after. Excuse me. So anyway, let's get a little bit more in depth, with the details. There goes the white one, and then the orange one. Yeah, they're both main lines, by the way. I kind of like the orange one a little bit more, a lot more actually, but the white one ain't bad either. Had these for a while now. I kind of like how well it was how well the details were put into this casting. You got your tail lights. You ain't got no headlight detail, but you got tail light tampons. All right. Sometimes these phones don't want to cooperate. So, but I kind of like, I kind of dig how you could see, the interior through the doors, the whole inside of the car. I thought that was a neat touch. I mean, I'm not really sure how, Hot Wheels really pulled this off. I heard it was designed by the late great Ryu Asada, the Hot Wheels casting, by the way. Ayrton Senna was his favorite driver, as well as mine. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. So there you go, folks. The McLaren Senna. Now, we're going to talk about a couple more McLarens. These are the McLaren Speedtails. Really like this. I actually kind of like this a little bit more than the Senna, just because it's a little bit smoother, a little bit more sleeker than the Senna. But still a great car nonetheless. I'm usually not a big fan of these mismatched wheels, but on this car, it's supposed to have it, because the wheels in the front, is supposed to, be more aerodynamically sound, because this is what this car was made for. The top speed, something like that, which is another reason why this car is pretty long in the back. it helps, balance the car, through the air. Like I mentioned with my other Speedtail that I showed in my Exotic Envy set for 2022. So anyway, these are both the main lines. But, they still have a lot of great detail on them. I like this marker. That's the brake light, by the way, I believe. Really like how they fit, all of that on the back. That says McLaren Speedtail, by the way, if you're wondering. The tail lights, the headlights ain't painted, but, at least you get that nice McLaren emblem right there in the middle. So, yeah, I guess that'll do it for the McLaren Speedtail. So I guess we can move on to the next casting. Yeah, we'll talk about this first. My Lexus SC400. Big fan of the Lexus SC coupes back in the day. Really liked the styling. A lot of people did. If you're around my age, you remember when the real car came out. It was a sensation. Really like how rounded and smooth it is. That's just so beautiful to me when a car is that, round and smooth, but has some style, have some balance, have some length to it to balance it all out. The only thing that I would say about this casting is, it is a bit outdated. It's a bit obsolete. Don't have that much detail to it. It don't even have any door lines in it. I don't know whose bright idea was that to not put any door lines, in the casting. But, still a nice, stylish looking car. Really like this version with the sparkly purple with the lace wheels. Really adds a nice, classy touch to a already classy car. So yeah, I got the but anyway, yeah, this is it, folks. The Lexus SC400. I actually wouldn't mind if Hot Wheels would go back and then make a better version of this casting with door lines, of course. So yeah, this next casting is my Rolls-Royce Phantom. Rolls-Royce Phantom 2. Yeah, this is a real old school casting. Really, you can see it. But it works, Really like the white walls on it. And those real thick white walls. You just couldn't have this casting any other way without those wheels on it. It just wouldn't work otherwise, in my opinion. But yeah, this nowadays they're making all these different hearts, are the same piece, to save money, save costs. Something I kind of respect, but don't really appreciate, because it detracts from the details of the car. But anyway, that grill is a separate piece, by the way. Really nice touch, because yeah, I took one apart. Y'all probably see that one in a customs episode. But anyway, really like the 30s cars. Don't really care too much for too many of the coupes, but I really like those 30s convertibles. them 30s convertibles just work for me. And yeah, if you're not that familiar with this casting, here's another trick. You know, you could take the roof, you could take the top right off. Yeah, that's a neat little touch. There's a couple of more cars that you could do that with. And yeah, they're all 30s cars, and they were made around the same time that this one was made. I have to go back in my collection and show y'all that in another time, but in another video. But I really like this car. Wouldn't mind having a couple more of them, at least for customs. So anyway, that does it for the Rolls-Royce Phantom 2, y'all. And this next casting is my 68 Mazda Cosmo Sport. Yes, I got that right. And yes, I can read upside down. I don't know, like I said before in another episode video, I don't know if that's a gift or not. I'm just glad I kind of have it. Makes it more convenient. So yeah, this is a nice little casting. The only thing I would say is, you know, I wish they would have made it. They wouldn't, you know, make the body, you know, in half like this. The body and the base together. I believe they could have had the door one solid piece, and then just have the base, you know, cut out from the bottom. Yeah, it would have looked so much better without that huge gap down the middle. But anyway, you know, it's still a clean looking car. Clean, nice looking casting of a classic Japanese sports car. So yeah, big fan of the Cosmo. Bigger fan of the one that they made back in the 90s. The Unos Cosmo. I wish Hot Wheels would do that one. Now that would be dope. But anyway, I'm just glad I have a Cosmo in the Hot Wheels line. I don't even know what I'm saying. Have trouble speaking right now, but yeah, here's the front. And there's the rear. Very nice. And yeah, this is my Cosmo right here. So that does it for that. And here's the last casting of today. This is my Nissan Silvia. Got to turn it around for this. CSP 311. Yeah, if you're not familiar with this car, this is the very first Nissan Silvia ever made. So yeah, and it came in this exact color. So yeah, this is a neat little car, neat little casting. Done pretty well in my opinion. A lot of people, they complained about the size of the wheels, but you know, it works for me, you know. It works. But anyway, really like it. I kind of like the color on this, you know. It's old school. See Silvia right there. Headlights and taillights. It's a cute little car. Really like it a lot. I was surprised as hell that, you know, Hot Wheels even made it at all. So yeah, but yeah, we do have the JDM craze going on right now. But anyway, kind of like it. Yeah, really, really nice. So anyway, I guess that just about does it for today. I really, this wasn't much, but I just want to knock something out real quick, knock something back, just to have something a little extra for y'all to watch. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And remember to subscribe if you like the content. And watch some of my other videos too. So anyway, I guess I'm out, y'all. Bye-bye.